Okay. Social media. Happy Thursday, the 26th of February 2026. Super T Bedford gives you the local people's choice, the famous, the gym group of Bedford. Now I've got some breaking news. Now basically over the last say 2 or 3 days, people have said to me, you're here for the people, you know all the owners of the businesses, do something to help regarding, basically getting us a deal when we get into places, that kind of thing. So I thought about it and I thought, hold on, let me try. So I put aside, I need to do a few things with Amazon, with my caps and stuff, I put that aside. And what you might know is I've got some sponsors over the last 2 or 3 days, well, 2 or 3 weeks I would say. And the first sponsor to say, yes, we're going to do a deal. We're not too sure what exactly. It could be anything up to 20% off. And the first business to say that was the famous Ruby's on the high street of Bedford. Malu is the owner. They do lovely Caribbean food, African food as a buffet on a Sunday. And then they have loads of space that they have music and events and stuff there. I was there last week on a Friday, Saturday and a Sunday. So they're there for the people. It's the newest business in Bedford. And he said yesterday, yes, we're going to do a deal. So basically, I'm promoting businesses in Ipswich this weekend. My manager lives in Ipswich. So I'm going to be going to the gym group Cambridge on Friday. But I won't be going to the gym group Ipswich on the Monday because I'm coming back early on the Monday because I'm going to present Malu, the owner of Ruby's, with an award. It's probably going to be a card, a thank you card from another one of my clients, the Card Factory in Bedford, from Heidi and the crew. Going to say thank you, but yeah, so anything up to 20% is what the deal's going to be. We're not too sure as to whether how far it's going to be. Is it drinks? Is it food? We don't know. We'll announce that on Sunday, and I'm going to be doing another video with my first sponsors, Bedford Mobiles. Hamid Ali is the owner. That's how I'm able to go live with 3 medias at the same time, because they provided me with 3 cheap mobile phones. So I'm live on TikTok now for the people, the global and super famous TikTok. I'm live on the global and super famous YouTube to the left, and I'm live on the global and super famous Instagram to the right. And this is because of Bedford Mobiles. They're all from Bedford Mobiles. They're there for the people, and we're going to hopefully crack another deal with them, hopefully later today, the owner said. But anyway, so big shouts to Ruby's. They've officially said yes. Big shouts to Bedford Mobiles. They've said yes. Not too sure when that presentation is going to be. It might be later on today. Anyway, that's what I'm going to be doing now. A few people have said, you're here for the people, get some deals. And that's what I'm going to try and do. I'm going to park up my Amazon thing for a bit, and I'm going to go and crack some deals with as many companies as possible to help out and give you guys discounts. Anyway, let's get on with this. So, in summary, I love doing my lives. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, 12:30 to 1:30. And in short, I can cut the waffle down. I did 42 weeks in a row last year on the 12th of December at the Cambridge Gym Group. So the rest you can work out. I've been going on about it. I don't need to. 12th of the 12th, I did 42 weeks at the Cambridge Gym Group last year. And I'm going to try and do 43 weeks this year in a row if I can. I'm not sure whether that will happen, as I'm doing so much more stuff this year that I'm sure my manager will say, no, you've got to have a break. But anyway, I've got my routine. I'm going live on the 3 medias. I've got sponsors. I've got the first company to say, yes, we'll give up to 20% back to your followers. And that was Ruby. Bedford Mobiles have said yes, they'll do the same. Just not too sure when we're going to do that video. He did say we'll do a video today for that. So that'd be great, because they're my first sponsors, Bedford Mobiles. They've blessed me with 3 mobile phones, and it would be nice for them to join the party. And I've got to see Chris Beagle, he's my 3rd sponsor. Got to see what he would like to. He's already got, in our last video, myself and Chris Beagle, you may have notice he said about the sort of the women's only day or something like that he was saying, but there is an offer. If you say Super T, you get 10% off. So that is already there. That is definitely there. So we'll see what he can do long term. If a person says Super T, what can we do for the people? That's my aim. The guy said to me, a few people have said, all the business owners, crack some deals, and that's what I'm going to do. And I've had one. Well, I've had one, yes, 100%. And a second one, Bedford Mobile said that they said yes as well, so that's 2. But we haven't done the video yet, so we'll see. And I'll see Chris Beagle. But my business email, yes, Mr. Not too sure, Mr. Boring. Right, Mr. Boring. On the global and super famous YouTube for the people. But yeah, so that's where we are. I'm gonna, my business email, I thought it was ready, but I've slightly adjusted it again. It's this is the focus. Get a deal for the people. The guy said to me, I'll enjoy your videos much more if there's deals in it for us. And I thought, I had a word with my manager, and we thought, yeah, 100. That's the way. So, anyway, that's where we are. But we're going to obviously do the announcement on Sunday, officially, at Ruby's. Bedford Mobile should be, hopefully, today, he said. But we know Hamid Ali, he dresses up really smart. So it depends on how he feels today. If he's got his clothes on, if he shaved, it doesn't matter, but it will happen. Any day soon it will happen. And we have to give a big shout to Tom, the manager of the Bedford Cycle King, because he was very influential behind getting Super T Bedford to understand how this offer could come together. Because I had no idea that these kind of discounts and things could be done. But he's explained a few things, very simple things that he knows as a business owner, that I didn't know. Anyway, so that's big shout to him. We're going to sort him out later with a pizza for one of my clients, his team there. I'm going to see him after. He basically, the request was from social media to help out, but he made it work because he explained some things I didn't know. Anyway, let's come to the Gym Group Bedford. It's just $19.99 a month for the super off-peak package here, and the super off-peak package price for the Cambridge Gym Group, where I'm going tomorrow, is just $18.99 a month, and the super off-peak price for the Ipswich Gym Group is just $17.99 a month. But unfortunately, due to the award that I'm going to be giving Malu, the owner of Ruby's, on Sunday, I'm having to leave Ipswich on the Sunday morning, so I can't go to the Gym Group on the Monday. It doesn't matter. I'll come back the following Monday. I'll be there the following Monday. The following weekend I'll be there. Anyway, that's where we are. So I've got where should we use that one? Is that? Sort that out. So that's there. And that one might be. Why is that one like that? That's alright. that's it. Got a plan. Plan is to make social media followers of myself very proud to say Super T, because it gets them up to 20%. That's what I want. So going live on the global and super famous TikTok, and I'm going live on the global and super famous YouTube, and I'm going live on the global and super famous Instagram, all at the same time. So that's my super love of social media. So let's get your social media followers a discount. And that's what I'm going to do. My business email was ready about, say, sort of 10 days ago, but it's ready now. It's been adjusted, but it's all around getting sponsors, and it's about getting the sponsors to give my followers that 20%, up to 20% discount. So that's the slight change as to what I'm doing, but still the same method I always was promoting businesses. And that's the latest situation. That's it. Up to 20%. In short, a few people have said, get them. And I've had the first company say yes. But for mobiles, I said yes as well. So that's 2, but it's not official yet. So we shall see. Yes, so it's very nice to know that the weather is a lot warmer. For me to travel to Ipswich is 5 hours one way, the way I take the route with the bus and the train. Bus to Cambridge, then train from Cambridge to Ipswich. But I break it up and I go live. The gym group Cambridge sometimes, like I'm going to be doing tomorrow. But because of the breaking news with Rubies, I'm giving them an award. So I'm, with my love and support of their business, I'm leaving early. So Sunday morning I'm leaving, rather than the Monday after the live, because I want to present him with one of the biggest thank you cards in the world I get from the card factory. I'm going to see Heidi after this actually. So that's where we are. Yes, so big shouts to Rubies, the news business in Bedford, for agreeing to do the up to 20%. They'll define the full details in the video on Sunday. Bedford Mobiles have said yes. Greetings to you, Lady UPR, Copy Secretary of the famous sixes. Greetings, Barry. We've got my promotion is to get up to 20% for my social media followers from my sponsors. You get free videos, as you know. I've got a new slightly changed email. It's still the same anyway, really. Just the sponsors give up to 20% discount to people if they say Super T. That's the policy, and everybody's going to be hearing about it. And the first business, Rubies, have said yes. Bedford Mobiles have said yes, but they're supposed to do a video today. But I'm doing an official video with Rubies on Sunday. That's the newest business in Bedford on the High Street of Bedford. But anyway, so I'll speak to you soon, Valerie. For the people who's there on Instagram. And Valerie, this is a very unique live. I'm doing TikTok live, YouTube live, Instagram live at the same time. Anyway, that's Lady VPR for the people. There you go. So Lady VPR, if you listen, I'll send my slightly amended business email a bit later. It's basically the same. So I've been told I'm here for the people, get a deal for the people, and that's it. So we'll see what you can do, whether it's just on your food or whatever, I don't know. Anyway, we'll see. Yes, so greetings to the global and super famous TikTok. And greetings to the global and super famous YouTube. And greetings to the global and super famous Instagram. This is a super, super, super unique freeway live for the people. As I said, a lot of my followers said, "You're here for the people, get a discount." So that's what I'm doing. That's my focus now. I'm going to get the sponsors to give the up to 20% discounts. That's got my first yes yesterday. Well, I had 2 yes yesterday from Ruby's on the high street at Bedford and Bedford Mobiles, who provided me with these 3 mobiles. This is on 95 Midland Road, MK41BZ. Check them out. They're open 7 days a week, early till late. The owner there is Ahmed Ali, Faisal, Uncle's there, Shaz is behind the scenes. Anyway. Off we go. So yes, so tomorrow's live is going to be at the Gym Group Cambridge, 12:30 to 1:30. But next week Monday's live won't be at the Ipswich Gym Group. The manager lives in Ipswich, but I'm going to be leaving Ipswich on Sunday, so I can get back to Bedford to present Malu, the owner of Ruby's on the high street of Bedford, with a biggest thank you card in the world, because he's said yes to doing the up to 20% off. The finer details will be confirmed in the video on Friday. There you go. Yeah, so social media, this is a super unique freeway live. This is going out to the global and super famous TikTok at the bottom, the global and super famous Instagram to the right, and the global and super famous YouTube to the left. It's all due to my sponsors, Bedford Mobiles, 95 Midland Road, Bedford. They provide me with these free phones very cheaply. Please check them out. They're open 7 days a week, early till late. Bedford has the best dialing code in the world, 0123440 4030. And we're gonna do a video that says up to 20% off is available. We'll do the video officially, hopefully later today. And Ruby's, the newest business in Bedford, on the high street of Bedford, with lovely Caribbean food, African food on a Sunday, and lovely music. They've said yes yesterday to the up to 20%, and I'm leaving Ipswich early this weekend. I'm going to go live at the Gym Group Cambridge on Friday. That's on the route to Ipswich. But the Monday I'm going to come back early, so I can't do the live in the Ipswich Gym Group. But I'm going to be back in Bedford around about 6-7 o'clock, so I can award Malu with the biggest thank you card in the world for his sort of commitment to helping out social media. So I'm doing my bit. I'm leaving early. Doesn't matter. Right, so we're going to go over to the next apparatus. So who are we going to take first? Let's take the global and super famous TikTok. I have to say that's my most favorite media. I've had 123 reviews I've done for them. 15,000. So I'm going to come back for YouTube and Instagram and something. TikTok first. No, I can't. Someone's just going there, so I'll go back in a sec. I'll go back in a sec. I'll go back in a sec. There's someone using that. the end of the session. Thank you very much. Tomorrow's live is going to be at the gym group Cambridge. I did 42 weeks in a row last year on the 12th of December 2025. That's Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, 12:30 to 1:30. Alright, take care. Cambridge tomorrow. And I'm giving an award to Ruby's on the High Street of Bedford on Sunday, so I'm coming back early. I'm not going to the gym group next Monday. I'm going to give an award to Ruby's for allowing social media people who say CPT to get up to 20% discount. Lovely food there on a Sunday, music on a Friday, Saturday. Anyway, take care. Bye bye.